先，我哋有請嚟自澳洲綽號墨爾本機器，世界排名第4，贏過23次排名賽冠軍，2010世界錦標賽冠軍，上一屆香港世界桌球大師賽2017嘅冠軍得主Robertson。
Please welcome world number 4, the champion of Hong Kong Masters 2017, the Melbourne Machine from Australia, Robertson。
接住落嚟，我哋有請世界排名第1，今年5月贏得第7次世界錦標賽冠軍，追平咗亨特利維持咗23年嘅紀錄，以46歲之齡成為英式桌球史上最年長嘅世界冠軍。佢就係嚟自英國嘅火箭RonnieO'Sullivan。
So wherever they play, this is always a great matchup, but in this atmosphere, it promises to be a real treat.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I invite you to switch off your phone and your camera. This is going to be a very good match.
接住落嚟，我哋將個台交俾裁判，開始比賽。
Now let our referee kickstart the play.
Second semi-final of Snooker's Hong Kong Masters here at the Coliseum. Now, there's just one between them. Best of 11 to play Marco Fu in the final on Sunday. And all the tickets have been sold. Over 9,000 tickets have been sold. It's a sellout. It's going to be the biggest ever crowd for a live snooker match. Marco Fu of Hong Kong already there. Who's he going to play? Once again off the break-off, and it's been the same really for both players. They've been leaving these long reds, these opportunities immediately. And they've been going in.
One.
And he got a nice nudge in the end on the brown.
Five.
Once again, pinpoint accuracy with the cue ball, as Ronnie did earlier. Chance perhaps to get rid of that red.
6.
Not this time. It was not a massive concern. Providing the black is on its spot. That's end the break. Good split.
13.
Failed to get the cue ball releasing off them. He's almost aware,
13.
Neil, that being the professional that he is, that the crowd maybe don't want to see this sort of passage of play, but there's nothing you can do about it. Both players are going to be unwilling to give up tactical advantage. Maybe push a red up table though. I didn't quite manage it, and so that tactical advantage, if Ronnie wants it, it's there. And he's never been one to shy away from the big shot. Shaping up for this, and this is a big one. Got to go.
One.
And now decision time for Neil. There's almost something going on when these two play each other. You don't want to take a backward step. You don't want to show sort of defensive weakness, if you like. Therefore, he feels he's got to play it. Once again, a huge shot. Great pot. Yes, he had to put everything into the pot. He could have finished better, but at least he potted it. There's a real edge to this now, though, isn't there? That you can feel now it's tightened up. Got a lot closer. Every shot feels huge. And this is another big one. Reds spread far and wide. He was always heading to that jaw, wasn't it?
Dear Robertson, 8.
So the O'Sullivan supporters finding their voice now.
One. Six. Seven.
Yeah, no real concern about the two reds and both side cushions. Plenty is on to win the frame at this visit with the open reds. Providing he stays on pink and black, maybe the odd blue.
13. Eighteen. 19. 25. 26.
'Has ever seen all the patterns? Just the little feather cannon on the other red.
33. 39. 40. 46. 47.
Yeah, just checking the
53.
scoreboard. Just needs 12 off the two open reds, 12 points. So no problem.
$54.
Well, red in the colour is going to be sufficient to get to the snookers required
61.
stage. Neil Robertson had the chance with the red over the pocket, but was left with that difficult black which he potted, then the difficult
52.
red that he missed. O'Sullivan has stepped in. He needs this black. It should be 4 each.
$69.
2 snookers required. But in goes the red. So he was in trouble. Not just 4-1 down, he wasn't getting a shot at that point. He wasn't getting in, making anything at all. And it was all Neil Robertson. But now it's a best of 3.
75.
And surely O'Sullivan
78.
will contribute a century of his own. Made 100 exactly yesterday against Ronnie in the match that was then played in front of a record crowd. This has beaten it, actually. It's over 6,000 here tonight.
83.
It's hard to see how this couldn't
87.
deliver with these two, but they have produced a really wonderful spectacle, and the best is yet to come, isn't it? The denouement.
92.
I'm not even going to try and compete with the noise they're going to
98.
make when Ronnie pots the black, except to say it's going to be 4-4 and all to play for.
$105 and the frame. RonnieO'Sullivan. Thank you. Thank
He
you.
was levelled at 4-4 from 4-1 down.
Neil Robertson to break.
We've seen already the break-off shot actually has been leaving long reds, and these players, you just fancy them to pot anything really. But of course, what's changed now is we're at the key stage, the business end, 4-4, all to play for anyone's match.
One. Five. Six. 13. Fourteen.
Yeah, such has been the standard. It almost feels like this type of shot is largely
21.
the big shot of a frame. Get out onto a colour. Oh, and that'll do lovely.
22.
Yeah, Bonus didn't know an awful lot about it, but it kind of illustrates what I'm kind of suggesting, that going into the pack at this standard on these conditions, this pink disappears, it's another gilt-edged chance. But no. No.
Well, what a let-off, because to get on the pink was a result, really. But he hasn't potted it, and this match has turned, hasn't it? That missed black in frame 6 from Robertson when he was just in imperious form to that point. That was the moment it started to change. At that point, it was 443 points without reply that he'd scored.
1. Six.
Yeah, there's no problem here keeping the break going. It's just that he doesn't want to pot the pink just yet and tie it up in some way. He would only play that as a last resort, but the red in bulk helps him, so he can play for blue. Land low on it, it's no big deal.
7. I
think at stages of matches like this, Ronnie's got one, not so much ace card over other players because they're all awesome, but I think because he tends to play for performance more than winning itself. Of course he wants to win, but the occasion doesn't bother him because he wants to entertain the crowd. Probably more so than win, and of course winning comes with performing well. So
16.
just got to play this properly if he chooses to play on black, which he is. And that's perfect. So
17.
I think now we can safely say this is a gilt-edged chance to go back in front.
Yes, and Robertson, he's going to be really
24.
annoyed. Having got on the pink, I mean, to get on it was a golden result, you felt, and to
25.
not pot it, and then you walk away thinking, well, the way it's gone today, it's probably end of frame. O'Sullivan's still got to do the work here, but he's got all the momentum in this match.
$32. 33. 40. 41.
Something very dramatic is going to have to go wrong for him here. It's wonderfully work break this, once again.
48. 49. 50.
Just because something looks easy doesn't mean that it is. We know that snooker is a very hard game, but we're watching here
56.
the best there's ever been.
57.
Needs one more red. So the missed pink, big mistake. And for the first time since he won the opening frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan is going to be in front.
64.
How things have turned.
$70. 71.
Yeah, I think someone else has had a treat today as the referee, hasn't he? I mean, he'll know Marco and Ronnie well, I would imagine. But even for him, I mean, the crowd are one thing, but even for the referee to witness this sort of standard.
77.
Extraordinary. It looks like another century. We've had 4 in the match already. O'Sullivan had 1 in the last frame.
86.
You saw just the slight annoyance there, didn't you? Just slightly overrun it. It shows you don't get to the top without
91.
wanting to be as good as you can be all the time. But no matter,
97.
in goes the pink, black for yet another century. What a match. And what a comeback from Ronnie O'Sullivan.
104 and a frame.
104 clearance. He's back in front for the first time since he won the first frame, and he needs one more for victory at 5-4.
Ronnie O'Sullivan to
A
break.
record in a best of 11, by the way. We've had 6 on 2 occasions. Neil Robertson featured in the last of them against Mark Selby in the Champion of Champions semi-finals 2 years ago. 5-4 to O'Sullivan. He needs 1. Robertson needs the last 2. Still time for more centuries.
The crowd sensing that any mistake in any frame is a chance of being the player's last. Now a little full ball cannon on the red. Oh, that'll do. Beautifully played. So good, both men, at finding a way. I know one thing, if I was Marco Fu, I wouldn't have spent that 10,000 yet for the maximum, because there's the scoring we've seen, the conditions suggest that there could yet be another one, and he's already on blacks here at the start of this frame.
70.
Now, screw off the bunch, push the red towards the corner. Didn't get it as planned, and it goes wrong. I said before about that type of shot, it feels like
24.
Almost a pivotal shot in a lot of frames. Now, does the red pass the far corner? He's eyeballed it twice, so obviously will just pass. He's got it. He's got it, has he? No! Well, credit to the table fitters because it pretty much stayed straight on line. Apologies, I must confess, I thought it was going to just sneak in off that near jaw. And another twist.
One. Five. Six.
He has the quality, he has the class, he has the talent to fight back in this frame, but you feel it's got to happen here, because one more slip up, it could be the end. Wouldn't the audience love a decider? I mean, they've been spoilt today, obviously, with the first one, the way that finished. But I'm sure many would love to see this go 5 each.
$21.
We just caught the last throws of that shot. That pink was desperately close to going in off the middle. But now that it hasn't, this black, not an absolute certainty, but should get it. Plenty of reds waiting.
Yes, this frame nowhere near finished yet, but it's entirely possible Neil Robertson could make a century. It's entirely possible he could make 4 in the match and lose. And that's the standard we've been at today. But you kind of expect it. This is a very elite tournament, of course. Just 8 players, top 6 in the world, the 2 Hong Kong invites. 1 table. There's definitely room for tournaments like this. Not every event needs to be
30.
a cast of thousands. Equally, we need plenty of ranking events for the whole tour. But an event like this, showcasing snooker on the big stage, very important. And the audience numbers speak for themselves.
$37. $38. $44. $45.
Yeah, lost the cue ball 2 shots ago and wasn't able to recover it, and he can't get close to the next red. unless he powers it round off 3 cushions, so he's having to settle for something quite tricky.
$50. Neil Robertson, 50.
Well, he went for the double to be on the black, but the red just sort of spun off the knuckle down towards that yellow pocket. And has left a chance. Robertson already 26 in front.
1.
Just sort of feels destined to go to a decider somehow.
If Neil was right-handed, he would probably play on the red by the right corner. But he's deciding on the cannon.
$6.
The big question, is the double worth the risk? The answer's yes.
Neil Robertson, 6.
Had to be so accurate to stand a chance of potting that. You saw the red catch the cushion on the way down. 10 times then, 32 the lead for Robertson. A couple of reds on cushions, but it can all change in the blink of an eye, we know that. He needs 2 reds effectively to take us to a decider.
Yeah, it's not really in the DNA of Neil Robertson, excuse me, to defend generally, but the scoreboard sort of dictates that he had to there. And it's a dangerous old business that when Ronnie's coming to the table after you. Dare he risk the pot? No, he's going to hang off. Just try and nudge the green, maybe. I thought it might have been worth, not the risk, it might have been some good value in it. Just try and nudge the green onto the bottom cushion there. So Ronnie's going to have everything in the open. Now the double's on again, but really it's not the sort of shot Neil will be enticed into playing. Because if he doesn't get it, he'll be in trouble himself. But Ronnie might. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I mean. It's dangerous defending this type of situation against Ronnie. So it's all about this shot, actually. Certainly, the immediate future. Get nice on a colour, then he can almost pick a spot on the next colour. That's played to absolute perfection.
9.
So now he can pick a spot to attack the last red.
$13. 14.
Well, the colours are all basically on their spots, so it's really about the next couple of shots. Firstly, this red. Which is in without touching the sides.
20.
If ever there was a man to play in front of the what will be a world record crowd tomorrow, 9,000 sellout, he's the man at the table, taking on Hong Kong's most successful player. And he's going to go into the final, assuming he does close this out now, having turned this around very impressively, this match. He was in big trouble in all areas of the game. He's been superb.
27.
OK, Neil Robertson might look back on the odd shot, but the quality overall has been so strong. 3 centuries in a row from him. We've had 2 in a row from O'Sullivan.
30.
And now it's a question of closing it out.
$34.
Keeps looking at that scoreboard. He knows he needs blue and pink. It's going to be some occasion on Sunday.
39.
The most successful player from Hong Kong against the most successful player ever. Marco Fu against Ronnie O'Sullivan
40.
for the Hong Kong Masters title. Neil Robertson didn't do a lot wrong. He didn't have to today. It was a match of high quality. We had a total of 5 centuries. We had some fascinating tactical duels as well. It is Ronnie O'Sullivan who beats Neil Robertson by 6 frames to 4. He will take on